Okay, let's just get right into it. If you've spent any time at all around coding or tech, you've heard these two names thrown around constantly, Git and GitHub. And, they sound almost the same. They're always used in the same sentence, but they are completely different things. So today, we're going to clear up that confusion once and for all.
Does this look familiar? Come on, be honest. You're in a meeting, you're nodding your head, but deep down you're thinking, wait a second, which one is the website again? Hey, trust me, you are definitely not the only one. It is probably the most common mix-up when you're starting out. But you don't have to worry about that anymore. Seriously, because in the next couple of minutes, we are going to fix that for good. And we're going to do it with one really simple analogy that's going to make it all just click. And here it is. This is the big idea you need to walk away with. Just think of Git as an engine and GitHub as the cloud. That's it. This one metaphor, well, it's the key to the whole thing. See? It really breaks it down. Git is that powerful engine that's doing all the heavy lifting right there on your machine. And GitHub, that's the cloud. It's the online space where you can store everything and share what that engine built. So let's look a little closer at each piece, starting with the engine. So first up, let's talk about that engine, Git. This is the actual tool. It's the software that lives right there on your computer. It's the powerhouse that's working behind the scenes on your projects. At its core, that's really all Git is. It's this super specialized tool that has one main job: to keep an incredibly detailed history of every single change you make to your code, or to any set of files. Right, so the fancy term is version control system, which is really just a way of saying it's a history tracker. You actually install it on your laptop or your desktop, and this is crucial. It means you can use it completely offline. You don't need any internet to save your work, to create a new version, or to look back at an old one. It's your personal, local engine for managing your project. Okay, so we've got the engine down. Now let's move on to the second part of our analogy, GitHub. Think of this as your project's home up in the cloud. It's really that simple. If Git is the tool on your computer, GitHub is the service on the internet. It's a website, a specific place that's built to hold all the projects that you're managing with Git. So GitHub is where you host your projects. By putting your code up in this central, remote place, that's what makes collaboration possible. Suddenly, your teammates can see your code, they can suggest changes, they can merge their work into yours. In a way, it's kind of like a social network, but for code. Okay, so we have our local engine, which is Git, and we have our online home, GitHub. The real magic happens when we get them to talk to each other. And that's really the last piece of the puzzle, right? How do all those changes that you've been carefully tracking with your local engine actually get up to the cloud where everyone else can see them? Well, it all comes down to just a few simple commands. Think of it like this. First, in your project folder, you type git init. That's like starting the engine for the very first time. Then you use git add to basically pick and choose which files you want to save in this version. After that, git commit takes a permanent snapshot of those changes, and you add a little message to remember what you did. Now, all of this is still just happening locally on your computer. The final step is git push, and that's the command that sends all your saved snapshots from your engine all the way up to the cloud to your GitHub repository. And that's really all there is to it. Git is the tool on your computer, GitHub is the place on the web. One's the engine, the other is the cloud. It's that straightforward. And there you have it. Seriously, that's it. It's really that simple. You've now got the core concept down pat, and you can say with confidence you know the difference between these two critical pieces of technology. So I guess the only question left is, now that you understand the difference between your local engine and the collaborative cloud, what are you going to build?